A long time ago, there was a woman named Abigail. She was married to a rich and stingy man named Nabal. I'm rich and I'm stingy. One day, Nabal was having a big feast. David and his army had been running from this guy named Saul, who wanted to hurt them. Back then, if somebody was having a big feast and a traveler came by, it was polite to share your feast with him. So David told his men,
"Ugh, we are tired and hungry. Go to that guy Nabal's house and ask if he'd share just a bit of food with us."
You got it, boss.
At Nabal's house, David's messenger asked very nicely,
"Sir, can you give my boss David and his men some food? We've been traveling for a long time and we're hungry."
"Why should I give any of my food to a nobody like David? Go away or I will run you off my land."
When the messenger told David what had happened, David was very angry. Not only had Nabal refused to be polite and share his food, he had insulted David by calling him a nobody.
"That guy Nabal is mean and stingy. Come on, boys, follow me. We're going to Nabal's house to get even."
Now Nabal's wife, Abigail, heard how bad Nabal treated David's messenger. She knew that David would be coming to her house to get even. So Abigail decided to do something about it.
"Sir, please take the food I'm giving you. And please forgive my mean and stingy husband. You're a great leader, and God is with you. Don't blow it by losing your temper and getting even with my husband."
Thank you so much for the food. But more importantly, thank you so much for stopping me from doing something without thinking because I was angry. You have stopped a big fight today.
Thanks to Abigail, David made the right decision that day. The end.
At a very exciting time because here at the lab it is Friction Week and I have not one but 2 experiments to complete today and everything I need is in this box, so here we go. So my first experiment says using friction create a flame and light the candles. I wonder what's in the box that we could use. Let me have a look. I see. We appear to have 2 wooden spoons. Now, I know if we rub these pieces of wood together, it will make the wood hot. And eventually, you could get a spark and maybe we could light the candle from that. So let's give it a go, shall we? Here we go. And here we go. Quite hard work, you know. And I don't know about you, and I don't know about the wood, but I have to say, I'm feeling quite hot already myself. Do you know what? I'm not sure that I'm going to be able to do it this way in the time I have allowed. When the end of the match rubs along the rough side of the box will cause a flame. And so I think we shall be able to light our candle. There we are. Experiment 1 completed. Using friction, create a flame and light the candle. We've achieved that. So, experiment number 2. This one says, using friction, lift the bottle using 1 chopstick. I wonder, well, here's the bottle and here's the chopstick. How are we going to do this? I wonder, will it work by rubbing or by rolling? I'm not sure what we can do that will lift the bottle using friction. Unless there is anything else left in the box. Let me have a look. Oh, a funnel. Now this may give me a bit of an idea. And a pot of rice. Well, I think that sorted us. Here we go. Let's pour the rice through the funnel and fill the bottle. Nearly there. One more. And then just going to tap it down to make sure we've got as much of the rice in there as possible. Now, if we take our chopstick and push it down through the rice, down as far as it will go, you can feel that actually the friction is holding the chopstick in place. Look at that. So experiment number 2, using friction, lift the bottle using 1 chopstick. There we are. Friction in action. I think you'll find that's quite a result. I think that the professor really enjoyed Friction Week. Do you remember her 2 experiments? The first one where she was rubbing things together to make them heated until eventually when she struck the match down the matchbox, it actually became a flame. And the second one where the chopstick got stuck inside the rice, inside the bottle, in a very sticky situation that she just couldn't get the stick back out again. I think we could do a friction experiment together right now. So let's do it, shall we? So put your hands in front of you like this. And if you rub them together, and if you rub them harder and faster and harder and faster, you'll find something happens. Can you feel it in your hands? I certainly can. The palm of my hands are getting quite hot. And that's the friction between those 2 surfaces rubbing together. Now, the beatitude this week is blessed are the peacemakers, or another way of saying it is blessed are the peaceful who try to stop arguments. You see, if you find yourself in a situation where you know that you're rubbing up against someone and they're rubbing up against you and you're rubbing each other up the wrong way and it's getting heated and maybe a little angry, what that means is, can you be a peacemaker who tries to take that situation from heated and rubbing each other up the wrong way and make it peaceful again? Or if you see 2 people who are rubbing each other up the wrong way, can you be the person who comes in and tries to bring peace to that situation again? A bit like Abigail in our story when she saw Nabal and David rubbing each other up the wrong way, and she stepped in and brought peace to that situation. So this week, remember that we want to be peacemakers. So can you be the person who brings peace to a heated situation rather than friction? And can you be a peacemaker? Remember, blessed are the peacemakers.
Oh, hello kids. Hello. Well, I am just on a fishing trip, so excuse me. Let's have a look and see what we can find. Oh dear, this is too difficult. Let's have another go. Ah, blessed are the beekeepers. No, hang on, that's wrong. It's blessed are the peacekeepers or the peacemakers. Now, are you a peacemaker or are you a peacekeeper? Hopefully a little bit of both. Oh, let's see what we've got here. A lovely bee. There we go. I've hooked it out of the water, away from all those fish who look like they might be just about to start a fight. This bee is made from a cork, which you can ask a grown-up to save a cork from a bottle, or you can buy corks from craft shops. And I've painted it black and yellow. I've wrapped a white pipe cleaner around my hook for the wings, stuck googly eyes and a smile on the bottom. And the legs, well, you can decide what you want to do for the legs yourself. And it really is very simple. This bee is a peacemaker or a peacekeeper, and it's a good bee like all the other ones we've made for our mobile so far. So, blessed are those who are peaceful and try to stop others fighting. God will call them then his sons and daughters. So remember that when you make your bee out of your cork, remember to try to keep the peace if you see people who are wanting to fight. Bless you all and see you next time.
It's the push and it's the shove, it's